Dearest Phaedra Rose, Halloween was a special time at our house when I was a little girl on the farm. My father had a garden behind the house, and before dinner on Halloween, he would come into the house holding the biggest pumpkin from his garden. He would carry it into the house, put it on the kitchen table, and then carve a scary face. While he carved, we watched, and Mother made delicious-smelling popcorn balls, or sometimes frosted Halloween cupcakes. After dinner, we would put on our costumes. I was always a witch, and Carol was a ghost, or sometimes a bright gypsy with an orange skirt and Mama's gold earrings. After dinner, out the door we would walk. Either my father or my sister would carry the jack-o'-lantern with a candle inside. Down the road we walked. At each house we would get a homemade treat: donuts, maple bars, cookies, popcorn balls, fudge, frozen cherries, and sometimes punch too. We would also get a ghost, pirate, clown, or cowboy. At one house, we had to walk past tall trees, and we would hear a scary "ooh, boo." We would look up and see a small white ghost flying overhead. Carol knew it was just a boy with a ghost on a clothesline, but he always scared me. When our legs were tired, our candle nearly burned out, and our tummies and paper bags full, back to our house we would walk, all of us. Ghosts, clowns, pirates, gypsies, cowboys, and one very tired little witch. Our house would be so dark. My mother would open the door, and we would see a red light above and another pumpkin glowing. We would sit in a circle, and my father would tell this story. A long time ago on Halloween night, a man went on a walk, and he walked, and he walked, and he saw something on the ground. He picked it up. My mother would now pass around a pretzel or a chicken bone. A bone! He went a little farther, and he saw some hair floating in the air. My mother would pass some cold cooked spaghetti. He walked a little farther, and he saw 2 eyes, 2 peeled grapes. He walked a little farther, and he saw a mouth, a sliced apple. He walked a little farther, and he saw some shoes, an old pair of shoes. He walked a little farther, and he saw some hands, a very icy, cold pair of rubber gloves. We would all be very squiggly and scared, but Ruthie would always scream when she felt the cold gloves and throw them in the air. The lights would go back on, and we would have the popcorn balls, or cupcakes, or donuts with apple juice, and our Halloween guest would go home. But I never heard the end of the story. How do you think it might end?